All right. So, how's everybody doing today? I'm gonna catch you up on some stuff here. There's Rena. Hi, Rena. So this is our new stone pad or dry lot that we had Dan, the excavator, sticking. What's today? Friday. So it would have been Wednesday, I think. And that's all the topsoil from out of here. Now we got to move that up on the pad and up on that end. And then this is going to be her dry lot for the spring. And then maybe for the winter, this just depends on what we decide to do. But you can see how bad it's all mucked up and stuff over there. Hi, pretty girl. Hi, pretty girl. God blessed us with a wonderful horse. She is just so sweet. All right, stand by. Rainy keeps wanting to smell my camera or my phone. She's such a great horse. She's just so sweet. Yeah, don't get me wrong. She has her moments. Listen, this little manure spreader, I love this thing. I wish it would hold like just a little bit more, but it works great. Let's walk up here and there, so you can see that's a pretty big pile of topsoil we took out of there. Now it's hard to see, but I got manure spread up there on the top of the pasture because nutrients flow downhill. So you always want to make sure you cover the top before the bottom. Raina just loves this dry lot. She walks around on it all day. And in case you're wondering, we have been cleaning her hooves, making sure there's no stones packed in there. Well, Jaybird, he needed a place to park his Ford the other day, so he improvised a parking stall there. There's the old Chevy. I got to get the brake booster fixed on that thing. Pretty soon we'll be able to get rid of this great gray tarp village we got here. All right. Well, let's go check the fire. Stand by. Well, before we get to the fire, I wanted to show you. This is the crabapple tree. And it's just starting to bud up. Let's see if we can get a picture here. Get it to focus. Come on, focus. There you go. These crabapple trees are pretty hardy. I like them. I think this is one too, so I'm letting this one grow. I gotta get that stinking multifloral rose cut out of there, but yeah. All right, stand by. Now, I've been trying to burn up some of that slab wood since it's warmer out. It's about 63 out right now. So basically all that furnace is doing is heating my hot water at the moment. But all right, so let's get a look here. So the motorhome was sitting right there. Jaybird got that moved. And then Dan come in, cleaned all the topsoil off, put it right there. So then he started putting this, I forget what he called it. I think he called it sub base. But this is some bigger stone with some fill in. But this is where you can see there's about a foot of stone right there. So we're building this pad up to put the garage on, so we don't have any problem with drainage here. Now this is all going to get stoned. All that dirt's going to come out of there. He's going to go basically clean up to the front of the green shed, across here, and out at an angle to that telephone pole. Now I got my curb key for my water is underneath this tire, and there's a pipe underneath that coffee can. And what we're going to do, we're going to dig that down. I'm going to put a quasite box in there. That way he can put stone over this, and we don't have to really worry about driving over it. For those of you who don't know what a quasite box is, I'll show you here. But basically it's like a heavy duty fiberglass composite box that you put in the ground. Sorry about the wind. But that's a quasite box. So this is looking real good. I gotta measure from that telephone pole over there to the turkey pen and see how much room we got, because I want to make sure we have at least 8 feet between the building, which is going to sit in that way, and the telephone pole. That way we can utilize that space for whatever. Looks like I'm going to have to put another ground rod in there somewhere. Not sure what I'm going to do with this. This is actually where the septic is going to hook up. So I might have to dig that up and reroute that. I don't know exactly how that's going to work out yet. But At any rate, I'm going to grab a tape measure here and get hooked onto that telephone pole, and we're going to see what our distance is. So the building is 30 by 44. All right, I gotta take my gloves off. Stand by. All right, so that ended up being 41 feet, which, so if we leave 8 foot between the post and the building, then on that side it'll leave 3 feet between the building and the turkey pen. So I don't think I'm gonna do anything with that right now. If the guys that are putting the building up need me to move it, then I will, but I think that'll be okay. So it's gonna run 44 feet this way, out this way. So the front of it is actually gonna be real close to right here where these stakes are. So that should work out pretty good. I bought this, what is this? Chameleon USA Corp double coated blade. This is 100-foot fiberglass tape. I've had this thing for like 20 plus years. And it works great. And one thing I like about it is the fiberglass tape doesn't rust. Alright, stand by. Alright, now my brother called me this morning and he needs the fence post auger. So I'm going to dig that out. It's underneath this stuff right now. And he should be here pretty soon, so I'm going to try and get all that cleaned up at the moment. Alright, well, here we go again. Let me back you up here somewhere. I got this new tripod. It seems to be working pretty good. Now, one thing I did want to say is, when you're going to the expense of putting infrastructure in here that's like this, it's substantial, do not take shortcuts. Especially with stuff that you'll never be able to get to again. Stuff that's going underground. Just do it right the first time, and then you don't have to worry about it anymore. It's worth it in the long run. Now, my brother Jimmy bought all this stuff. So basically, that and that and that, you got to hook all that up to make those two work. And it looks like this is like a 6-inch auger, and I think that's like a 12. I did not use it because I ended up using all the temporary posts and stuff, and then we got the the permanent high tensile put in, so I didn't really need to use it. But I'm getting one mess cleaned up at a time here. I got to get that, well, stand by, I'll show you. Now, I did a video last year where I built this other pig shelter, and I need to get these chains mounted on here so I can lift it. But I've been holding off because I've been trying to figure out a different way to lift those things that would be a little easier. But I need to get that thing moved too, because you can see here where Dan did the water lines and stuff, it's all humped up. But I need to get all that smoothed off and get that stuff replanted and get this cleaned up so this is halfway decent in here. Once Jaybird is finished with the his building, so from this telephone pole, see if I can get you guys a better idea. So basically, straight across here, that way, that's all going to be stone. This rain's supposed to move out, but it's still kind of windy today. I think it's supposed to get down in the 30s here next week, so I'm gonna probably have to cut some firewood here this weekend yet. So I got some heat. But we're almost out of that window where I don't need to burn the big outdoor furnace anymore. Probably when April gets here, we're good. I'm always hesitant because the two biggest snowstorms I ever seen in my life, and I know the one we got 40 inches happened in March. So you never know. Until April gets here, I don't shut down the furnace. I'm just standing here looking at. So hopefully once we get the shop done here, then we can start working on getting this mess cleaned up. And get rid of some of this stuff. Of course, all that's tractor implements and stuff. I got to get all that tore down, all that temporary fence out there. And my main goal today is to get the tables and stuff back down to my uncle's place from butchering back in February. But everything's starting to green up. See if I can show you guys even up there in the big hill, things are greening up good. The trees are starting to bud up pretty good, and spring's right around the corner. Oh, let's go over and look at the garden. See, so today's my first day off in 10 days, so well, 7 days, but anyway, so usually I just kind of walk around and see what's going on and see what needs done and try and prioritize. Let's see how the garden's doing here. All those are collards. Actually, not all of them. I think there is a couple turnips in there, but for the most part, they're all collards. And as you can see, they made it through the winter just fine, and they are just really leafing out right now. That's the other thing. I wanted to plant some more fruit trees. All my fruit trees are pretty much, well, I shouldn't say that. The peach trees, they're pretty much done. Let's see how the chicken tractor's doing. These guys, well, they still got some green grass in there. Everyone looks pretty healthy. So yeah, I'd like to plant some more peach trees. I'd like to plant some peach and plum, and well, let's look at the blueberries here. Boy, they're really budded up. These two blueberry bushes, that's a Jersey and that's a Jersey. And I have planted many different kinds of blueberries, but the Jerseys for some reason are the ones that do the best for me. Yeah, that one's budding up pretty good. So I think from now on, I'm not sure what this one is. This one is not a Jersey, but it's doing okay. Because I put it in on the end here, so I must have got it on sale or something, but this all needs cleaned up and mulched in again, and lots to do once spring comes. Lots to do. I did clean out this bird box, this bluebird box. I don't think anything's in there yet. And then of course, like this, here's a pile of polywire stakes. I got piles of them laying everywhere. I need to collect all them up and get them organized. Always stuff to do. That chicken right there, she's crazy. She will only lay her egg in that green shed. So every morning when my wife comes down, she's standing there waiting for her, and she runs in there, and then she gets locked in until I come down, and then I open the door and she comes running out like a crazy chicken. Crazy chicken! She's an Americana, which in my opinion, in my location here in Pennsylvania, Americanas are the best chicken to have. They lay really good eggs. They lay very consistently, and they're very hardy. Not sure what I'm going to do with that motorhome. You guys got any ideas, let me know. I'm just going to hang on to it until I figure out what I want to do with it. Alright, well, for now, hopefully it's nicer tomorrow. I'll do another video, but for now, I think I'm going to wrap things up here and get to work. Just try and decompress from my day job. Alright, well, God bless each and every one of you. We'll see you on the next one. Here we go.